So I've never made a video like this, kind of a life and business update. I'm kind of a private person when it comes to certain things, and there's stuff that I usually try to avoid sharing online, not out of lack of transparency, but just, again, like there should be some amount of privacy in everyone's life. But I want to talk about a couple things as it relates to stuff that I already talk about here, and just give you a generalized overview. So let's go through it. Right now, there's a couple of interesting things going on. I've been having a lot of fun pulling back a good amount of attention from social media, working on new systems inside of the business. So part of what that entails for me is creating, designing, writing, finalizing, and explaining different SOPs, which stands for a system operating procedure. People might have slightly different names for it, but that's basically where I go through, show exactly how something's done. Like for one task, it might be a 25-page document with different designs and showing exactly every way which something can be done, so that basically the concept of the SOPs that I build and that we build inside of our companies and provide to our team is you could take anyone, pick any random Joe off the street, and they could do that job. And so now if you pair that with someone you've hired who has experience and knowledge in whatever the topic is, it's usually just a perfect mash, just perfect harmony where really nothing can go wrong. You'll onboard them for 30 to 60 days, supervise for an additional 30, and then they're pretty much off to the races. Unless they make a mistake, there's no additional review process in terms of what I've had to do. So that's been part of my focus inside of our advertising agency, really making sure that we're getting good results for clients. It's been really fun transitioning over to the TikTok side of things. As you guys saw at the beginning of this month, we opened up 10 official spots, the first time publicly doing that for any people who are not currently clients, offering full management TikTok ads for them. So inside of our agency, we've done a lot over the last year and a half, man. It's been crazy. And it's been a lot of people coming to us who want to start from scratch. And we're actually going to be moving away from that. And as an agency owner, I'm not the biggest fan of volume of clients. I've always put, as an agency owner, again, the bulk of my attention will go on 4 of our clients, and there will be 20 over here that are like starting from scratch. We're doing some sort of product testing, or they're making a few $100 a day, $1,000 a day. My attention is really on our bigger clients, people who have a brand, people who are scaling, because that's where our media buyers, I really like to still oversee that. I'll help, weekly calls and things like that. And just, there's more to do. And I'm making sure that we maximize that. And with this other pot of whatever it is, 15 people, 20 people, it changes versus like the 5. With those people, they're anywhere, again, like making $3,000 a month or $3,000 a day or less, so like 100K a month or under. Some of those people start from scratch. We're moving away from that. Previously, our retainers were like $1,200 plus 20% of profits. It's $1,200 because we don't make any money. We make money on the profit share. When you have something doing $500,000 a month, I've shown results and whatnot. Some clients like to remain private, but 560 something thousand in the first month, on track at 35,000 a day, and scaling for breaking easily $1 million the next month. With the 22% margin, which is what it was, you do the math. We're taking 30% on scaling clients. As an agency, that's how we can go make our $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month from just one client. So that's why we charge entry-level retainers. Now what we're doing, the entry-level retainer required our clients to do some work. And we saw a lot of value in, I don't know if you've seen if you're in the e-commerce space, all the different story ads you might get on Instagram from people slinging Walmart automation and whatever, where they're charging $50,000. It seems like a little bit of a high price to me, but it is what it is, and they're just doing everything for someone. So that's that value. We're not here to try and charge $50,000. If we had something that we really thought was it made sense to do that up front, that'd be cool. But we take that percentage, and again, that's where we make our money. I think that's kind of what separates us as an agency. And so what we're trying to do, and we like the style of what people were saying with all that 50,000 stuff of, we do everything. And we've realized that less client input, especially people starting from scratch, actually equals more results. We had a client one time who went complaining and didn't get a response from us for an hour. It was 3 a.m. and went and posted on social media, and he's like, and this is not to call anybody out, he's like, the conversion rate's terrible, and they're terrible at their advertising. And so I got notified by that from our team. By the time I woke up, I looked at it, and I go look at the guy's store, which he's not a full management client. We just run the ads. They're in charge of store, fulfillment, support, everything. No support email could be found on the site. Comments were trashed on the ads because he doesn't deliver. No support gets replied. And then you look at the store, and the store is just awful, not following the template. We have a little video course when our clients join that explains exactly how they should be structuring it. So when someone doesn't do that work, it makes our job hard, and then we end up losing money on that client because we're trying to do extra stuff, just spinning wheels in the mud. So we're actually making a change in our agency, and the agency's doing really well. And thank you for all the support on here. This is a decent lead source for it, and we've definitely had people people who know who I am, who have, they have a big brand and they want help assisting. And those are really the clients that have been doing really well for us as an agency. But we're just moving towards full management where we do everything. We build the store, we write the ad copy, all the, everything. So that's what we've been doing. Soon in a week or two, we'll be reopening that TikTok side of things to the public. And you can talk to a client manager in the link down below. That's not really what this video is about. But the agency's been a large focus of my attention, and rightfully and thankfully so, real estate has been as well. And that's something I don't talk a ton about on here. I know those videos, it's not really my audience, and it's just something that's kind of like a side investment that it's more of a personal thing for what I like to do. But real estate's always been a passion of mine. I've talked about it. I'd like to give you a quick portfolio update. Currently closing on 1.1 million. That's under contract. We'll see what closes. I know for sure half of that's closing here in just the next, actually by the time this video comes out, it's already closed. That's adding a 4-unit property to my portfolio, also in Arizona. Super simple, great value add, talk to the owner, everything's solid, it's a good off-market deal. Anyways, just the debt, it's so crazy to see what inflation has been. And while it's, artificially inflated numbers that I think will come down from inflation, I still do see that debt as being so cheap. And so locking up more residential debt just makes a lot of sense to me. And so again, 1.1 million total value, 20% standard investment down, 25% down, 140, 300 DBA, about $800,000 in additional debt. So I'm excited to add $800,000 in debt to my portfolio, but which will be adding a total of 8 units as the target, which is my target for this year anyways. Now, fun fact, can't talk too much about this, but may or may not be under contract for a property that's 22 times larger than any property I've purchased. So you do the math there. And that's gonna be an exciting project. And whether I end up going through with the property with due diligence and whatnot, I'm moving towards larger multifamily. And that was my goal with getting into real estate. Maybe one day I'll own strip malls or whatever. I gotta learn more about that side of things on the commercial side of things, not commercial residential. And I don't know, I've just been staying in my lane with that. Started with a single family home, get a duplex, get some more single family homes, and you go buy the fourplex, and you work your way up and you build the connections, you build the resources. And now I have full teams in 3 states for anything I could need in terms of brokers. I constantly get sent deals that I would like to buy. Property management is ready to go. There's all these pieces. The lending is not a problem. And so building those connections has been super valuable, and I just wanted to keep you guys up to date. I do look forward to building a larger portfolio. Hopefully this year we'll hit, it'll be a $4 million portfolio. Next year, the target is to add at least, I can't really talk about it because if I'm doing much bigger stuff, I'll actually be raising capital, which will be an interesting thing I might talk about. But self-funded, I'd like to continue just kind of like my double cycle. I like to double my amount of doors every single year. So this year should be no different, right on pace for that, super excited. And yeah, it's been great. Starting to actually pick up and collect some good passive income from that. Nothing that I'm taking out of the real estate, but it's been really fun. Just putting that back in there, renovating, getting to work on the actual renovations and oversee that and see the rental bumps. And I know the market really, really well for where I'm buying. So I can pretty much look at a deal. I don't even care what their rents are. I know based on what they're selling it for, where I can be at. So it's pretty easy to go in and just buy a deal. And I really enjoy that. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. There's not been a ton. Right now I'm sitting in my place here in Puerto Rico, and over the next couple months I'll probably be moving out of here. I'm just gonna change up my location slightly, still here in Puerto Rico. This is a place that I'm renting. I could totally extend if I want to, but I want to experience a different place on the island, so gonna go check out some stuff there. The property market here is bonkers. I mean, the rent prices are just absurd. So are the prices for things for sale. The problem is, stuff doesn't get listed online. I tried to explain this to a friend. He's like, oh, well, just go get a different apartment. It's no big deal. I'm like, dude, the hell that I went through to get this place. I came down here for 2 weeks to find an apartment. You think that'd be sufficient? I had to come back and ended up still not finding something. And I signed this place on, it's $130,000, $140,000 a year, whatever the hell it is. It's expensive, and it's valuable, but it's expensive. I did that without ever seeing it in person. Because it was still off market. First day, the owner knew he wanted to move out, and I was already competing with other people. So it's crazy out here. In Miami, or any city, you want to go get an apartment, okay? Walk into the leasing office, you move in a couple of days later. There's no leasing offices here. There's no big apartments like that. It's very different. So yeah, that'll be a very enjoyable thing. I'll probably buy something here on the island in a couple years once I kind of know exactly where I want to be and what type of property I want. But just experiencing and floating around, I'm really not here a ton. I've been doing a lot of traveling, so that's been super enjoyable. Taking advantage of the systems I've built in the company to be able to take a little bit of time off, which has been great. So much appreciation for that. But yeah, I'm excited for YouTube. I'm gonna be playing around with some more social media stuff here. I'm starting to post a little bit on TikTok and get that going consistently. And I definitely want to focus back on YouTube. A YouTube editor is absolutely killing it. Shout out to you, brother. And yeah, anyways, it's been a lot of fun. So you guys let me know what you want to see on the channel. Soon there will be some more kind of entertaining type vlog videos. I know I've done like 3 of them a year over the past couple of years, like whether I'm in LA with a bunch of friends, you know, meeting up at a house and y'all rent like a crazy mansion for like a week and stuff like that. It's always fun, like bringing the camera along, and people seem to enjoy it. So like car videos, anything else, you let me know what you want to see. I've just been having a lot of fun focused on building those systems, working inside the agency in the real estate, and then just kind of overseeing everything else as well. So it's been a lot of fun, a lot of just personal time being able to be taken, focusing a lot more on my health, which has been great. And that's actually aided in assisting the business. So much appreciation for that. So much love to my team and everybody assisting me every single day with what we're doing. And you know, they really enjoy the projects we're working on, building a super cool company. So it's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. Quick little breakdown. Again, I always want to say, like, it almost makes me a little bit uncomfortable talking about that. Like, it's weird for me to sit on camera and say, oh yeah, I'm closing on this property, or I'm trying to buy this. Here's what my goal is. Like that's weird. Like, wouldn't that be weird? You know, like try it. And so I don't know. It's just like, but I like the transparency side of things. I always appreciated when people were super transparent, would talk about what they're doing, so I could watch them do it. You know, I know in 2017, I'm like, next year I'm going to make X amount of money. I'm going to build this brand, work on this on YouTube, and I'm going to go buy a Huracan. And then I went and did those things, and like people are like, oh my God, but like I'm not here to outline my goals. Like that's, you know, but I just like that transparency side of things and keeping you guys informed on what's going on. So for anybody who cares, much appreciation. Hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, do something, follow me on my new Instagram. I answer pretty much every DM over there, post a lot of fun shenanigans. It's a little private page. I'll link it somewhere below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. See ya.